Stephen Jackson, the UN resident coordinator in Kenya, said this as he was reflecting on the 2022 elections. No one is born with hate. Hate is taught, and then hate spreads. Over recent years, social media and other digital platforms, amplified by algorithm and artificial intelligence, have enabled vitriolic messages with hatred and discomfort to spread like wildfire. Falsified news headlines, wrongly translated videos, and statements reported out of context are once again dominating the conversation in and out of social media. Welcome to this course on combating misinformation as creatives. By the end of this course, you will be able to define information disorder and how it affects creatives, learn how to spot false information, learn to stop the spread of disinformation, and learn to amplify accurate information. Who is this course for? This course is for creatives, and in this context, a creative is someone who doesn't fit into a mold. They tend to want to break out of the norm, winning them the well-deserved label of rebel. They are also known as thought leaders or detonators, people who influence others with their talents and gifts. The novelist who just enjoys writing stories without worrying too much whether it will be a bestseller or not. The songwriter who keeps composing songs whether or not it gets out to the public. The calligrapher who writes designs for the sheer joy of the process, but may also host workshops to share her art with others. The crochet and knitting artisan who crafts unique designs of costumes for children. The chef who invents new types of foods for his clientele. The macrame creator who refuses to put out her product in competition with the mass-produced items. The entrepreneur who thinks up one new idea after another for a product or service to make things easier for other people. The web designer who meticulously fixes every tiny detail in the latest website he's working on to ensure maximum impact for their readers. The scientist who thinks out of the box for a potential solution to a problem. The coder who creates apps that make life easier for a whole bunch of people. The photographer who would haul countless props and drive miles to a secluded spot at the crack of dawn just to get a perfect shot. A creative will usually be involved in one or more of these: visual art, communication, writing, problem solving, and open-mindedness. Creatives have the power to influence others with their thoughts and gifts. Therefore, creatives need to ensure what they are sharing amplifies accurate information. Let us look at the responsibility of creatives in amplifying accurate information. Benjamin Hihons says it best. He says creatives have the responsibility to challenge misinformation, promote critical thinking, use storytelling as a tool for truth, always consider ethics, and educate and collaborate. One of the most critical roles of creatives in a post-truth world is to challenge misinformation and present facts in engaging and accessible ways. By presenting information in a manner that is both appealing and informative, creatives can play a vital role in educating the public and combating the spread of false information. By creating work that questions the status quo, exploring multiple perspectives, or encouraging viewers to think about issues on a deeper level, creatives can foster a more informed and discerning public. This is particularly important in an era where the sheer volume of information available can be pretty overwhelming. It is important to remember that as a creative, you are constantly telling a story, and this story can be a tool for truth. Narrative and storytelling have always been powerful tools for conveying essential truth about the human condition. In a post-truth era, creatives can use these tools to highlight realities that may be overlooked or ignored in mainstream discourse. This might involve telling stories from marginalized communities, exploring complex social issues, or simply presenting human experience in a way that resonates with and educates the audience. Always consider ethics in your arts. Ethical consideration involves not only ensuring the accuracy of your work, but also being mindful of its potential impact. Creatives must consider how their work might be interpreted or misinterpreted and the effect it can have on different segments of the society. What should I expect in this course? Expect to pick up new ways of doing things and new ways to collaborate with others. Education plays a critical role in empowering creatives to fulfill their responsibility in a post-truth world. This involves formal education in fields like journalism, art, filmmaking, as well as ongoing professional development, such as this course. Collaboration across different disciplines can also be incredibly beneficial. For instance, an artist partnering with a scientist or a journalist collaborating with a filmmaker can lead to more nuanced and impactful work. Expect to learn new skills, new ways of thinking, and new ways to collaborate as a voice of truth. This work has been made possible by the collaborative effort of the Kofi Annan Foundation, the United Nations Democracy Fund, Code of Africa, PesaCheck, Africa Check, Piga Firimbi, Baraza Media Lab, and the Fumbua team. Now, it is time to learn about information disorder and break down misinformation, disinformation, and malinformation.